Welcome to my channel. Today the interesting video on the topic of the top 5 most expensive fails in history. Which fail is most expensive and loss in history? Comment below and subscribe and like. It appreciates me to make more videos. The number 5. Space Shuttle Challenger Disaster, 1986. Remembering the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, a tragic chapter in space exploration, the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster of 1986 remains one of the most poignant moments in the history of space exploration. A mission that began with enthusiasm and hope ended in tragedy, leaving an indelible mark on NASA and the collective memory of the world. On the morning of January 28, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger was set to embark on its 10th mission, STS-51L. The crew included 7 astronauts, among them Krista McAuliffe, a civilian school teacher chosen to be the first private citizen in space. The anticipation and excitement were palpable as crowds gathered at the Kennedy Space Center and millions tuned in to watch the live broadcast. As the countdown reached 0, the Challenger lifted off, its engines roaring and leaving a trail of white smoke against the clear Florida sky. However, just 73 seconds into the flight, disaster struck. The Challenger disintegrated, leaving behind a plume of smoke and debris that fell into the Atlantic Ocean. The nation and the world watched in horror as the events unfolded. The loss of the Challenger and its crew, including Commander Francis R. Scobie, pilot Michael J. Smith, and payload specialist Krista McAuliffe, was a devastating blow. Investigations later revealed that the disaster was caused by the failure of an O-ring seal in one of the shuttle's solid rocket boosters. The cold temperatures on the morning of the launch compromised the O-ring's flexibility, leading to the catastrophic failure. The number 4. Deepwater Horizon Oil Spill 2010. Deepwater Horizon Oil Spill 2010, unraveling the environmental catastrophe. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill, one of the largest environmental disasters in history, unfolded in the Gulf of Mexico in 2010, leaving an indelible mark on both the ecosystem and human communities. This article delves into the events surrounding the Deepwater Horizon disaster, its causes, consequences, and the long-lasting impact it has had on the environment and offshore drilling regulations. The Deepwater Horizon, an offshore drilling rig operated by BP, was located approximately 41 miles off the coast of Louisiana. On April 20, 2010, the rig suffered a blowout, leading to a catastrophic explosion that claimed the lives of 11 crew members and initiated an environmental crisis of unprecedented proportions. The blowout caused the wellhead to rupture, resulting in the uncontrolled release of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. The oil flowed for a staggering 87 days, spewing an estimated 4.9 million barrels of crude oil into the ocean. Efforts to contain the spill proved challenging, with various attempts, including the infamous top kill procedure, falling short of success. The ecological consequences of the Deepwater Horizon spill were devastating. Marine life, including fish, dolphins, and sea turtles, suffered from exposure to oil and chemical dispersants. Bird habitats along the Gulf Coast were contaminated, and coastal ecosystems faced long-term disruptions. The spill had far-reaching economic ramifications for local communities dependent on fishing and tourism. BP faced severe legal repercussions in the aftermath of the Deepwater Horizon disaster. The company pleaded guilty to criminal charges and agreed to pay billions of dollars in fines and settlements. The total cost of the spill, including cleanup, compensation, and legal expenses, reached tens of billions of dollars. The number 3. Navigating the Boeing 737 MAX crisis of 2019. The grounding of Boeing 737 MAX aircraft worldwide following 2 fatal crashes led to significant financial losses for Boeing. The company estimated a cost of around $18.7 billion related to the 737 MAX issues. In 2019, the aviation industry faced a significant crisis as 2 Boeing 737 MAX aircraft crashed within a span of 5 months, resulting in the tragic loss of 346 lives. The Boeing 737 MAX crisis of 2019, analyzing the events leading to the disasters, the subsequent fallout, and the ongoing efforts to restore public trust and enhance aviation safety. Investigations revealed a common factor in both crashes: the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, MCAS, an automated system designed to prevent stalls. Faulty sensor data triggered the MCAS, leading to repeated nose-down movements that the pilots struggled to counter. The revelations raised concerns about the aircraft's design, regulatory oversight, and the communication between Boeing and airlines. In response to the crashes, aviation authorities around the world grounded the Boeing 737 MAX fleet, impacting airlines, passengers, and Boeing's bottom line. The grounding lasted for over a year as Boeing worked to address the identified issues and regain regulatory approval for the aircraft's return to service. The number 2. Volkswagen Emissions Scandal, 2015. The Volkswagen Emissions Scandal, 2015 unraveling deception, repercussions, and industry reckoning. Volkswagen was involved in a scandal where it was revealed they had installed software to cheat emissions tests. The company faced massive fines, settlements, and a tarnished reputation, with the total cost exceeding $30 billion. In 2015, one of the automotive industry's giants, Volkswagen, became embroiled in a scandal that sent shockwaves throughout the world. Examines the Volkswagen emissions scandal, delving into the deceptive practices that led to the controversy, the far-reaching consequences for the company, and the broader implications for the automotive industry. The Volkswagen emissions scandal, also known as Dieselgate, came to light in September 2015 when the United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, issued a notice of violation. The agency revealed that Volkswagen had equipped its diesel vehicles with software designed to cheat emissions tests, providing false data about the car's compliance with environmental standards. The number 1. Costa Concordia cruise ship disaster, 2012, a night of tragedy and lessons at sea. The Costa Concordia ran aground off the coast of Italy, resulting in the deaths of 32 people. Salvaging and removing the wreckage cost around $2 billion. The Costa Concordia cruise ship disaster of 2012 stands as a haunting reminder of the potential perils of maritime travel. The events surrounding the ill-fated voyage, the errors in judgment that led to tragedy, the rescue efforts that followed, and the lasting impact on maritime safety and emergency response protocols. On the evening of January 13, 2012, the Costa Concordia, a luxury cruise ship operated by Costa Cruises, set sail from the port of Civitavecchia, Italy, carrying over 4,000 passengers and crew. However, disaster struck just hours later when the ship, under the command of Captain Francesco Schettino, deviated from its planned course to perform a sail-past maneuver near the island of Giglio. In a fateful misjudgment, the Costa Concordia struck a rock off the coast of Giglio, tearing a large gash in its hull. The impact led to a loss of power and the ship listing heavily to one side. Panic and chaos ensued as passengers and crew grappled with the sudden and unexpected emergency. As the ship listed, the evacuation process became chaotic. The lack of clear communication and leadership compounded the confusion. The Coast Guard and other rescue teams responded swiftly, conducting a massive evacuation operation that involved helicopters, lifeboats, and nearby vessels. The challenging conditions, including darkness and rough seas, added to the complexity of the rescue efforts. The Costa Concordia disaster had a profound impact on maritime safety regulations. It underscored the need for improved crew training, emergency response procedures, and enhanced communication systems on cruise ships. The incident prompted a re-evaluation of safety standards within the cruise industry and a focus on preventing similar accidents in the future.